Well, hello. Let's fix this a little bit. Good evening. We are starting without Greg because I don't know where he is. He's supposed to be here, but welcome to the Five Heart Podcast. I'm Minnie Hunt, and with me is the one and only Fred Sacco.
Good evening. I think Greg is out shopping for boob lights, most likely. So got to get the ambiance in that basement.
He really does need a little more interest in his
That
background. Yeah, I agree with that.
more
It,
zing.
a boob light would be perfect for him. Well, how's it going? Is everyone doing well?
Doing good. The weather was nice today. It was like 25, so felt good out there. Got outside with the dogs and watched
Oh
a
my
lot of
gosh.
Stranger Things and that
Do you like
catching up
that?
on that.
You like Stranger Things?
It's time for it to be over. I just want to see how it turns out at this point. It's not as fun when they don't look like little kids anymore and they look older than me and they're not. It's like, yes, it's an okay show though.
Well, there's some comments in the chat already about the three um, amigos
Oh,
on the Five Heart Podcast thumbnail. It's a brand
oh,
new thing. And Fred, you are a great model.
oh, why, thank you. I might retake it and do it in the bowling shirt. 'Cause that's a nice looking shirt. Yeah, that's my pose. That's it.
It's gorgeous. Um, did you happen to watch men's basketball this week?
Yes, I saw the second half of that Michigan game. Uh,
Well, um, I hate to admit it. It's the first game I watched all season.
so it's your fault.
I think it is. I think everything that I touch for the Huskers just goes to shit. So
I
maybe I just shouldn't watch any games.
I stayed away too because I thought of that, but then a couple of games they were behind and I watched and they won. So but then they were ahead and they lost but that was, we got hometown ref to death in that game. 4 free throws to 23. I mean, I ain't a basketball aficionado, but good Lord, yeah, that's shitty.
Yeah, that was shitty, but just like everything in football too, you have to get far enough ahead that it doesn't matter
Never
if
let the refs
they're so
decide
bad.
it, like
Yeah,
UFC. Yeah.
yeah, that's that, and we were leading almost the entire game. There, just like at the very beginning, I watched the entire thing, so I
Yeah.
know we were
I,
up, or they were up 3-2
mm,
right at the beginning, and that was
you,
it.
you know what? I mean, honestly, if that's the best that Michigan could do against us without two of our top guys, I mean, that I don't know if that says more about them than us, but I was impressed because everybody was saying we get killed, and I figured we'd probably lose, get that out of the way. But yeah, I mean, then it sucked because it was like, God, they almost won, and then yeah, I fell for it. I fell in love again. God damn it, stupid team.
We fall for it every single time.
Yeah,
Okay, did we really believe that we could have an undefeated team, though?
I didn't. I'm sure people in chat might think different, but I think it's almost better that that gets out of the way because even though Hoiberg said they're playing, one game at a time and all that, sometimes you get that weight off of you, you know. Sure,
Mhm.
you don't get fouls when you shoot 3-pointers. Yeah, that's part of it too. But yeah, I mean, get the loss out of the way, get guys healthy, and just keep on, working on that record so you get a good seed.
Yeah. I wonder if they're gonna drop it all in the AP poll.
I don't know. Yeah, that's a question I was wondering about too, because I've seen other articles, like national articles, say that even in the loss, we won. They're actually giving us kudos and
Mhm,
things, which
mhm.
is
I saw the
mind-blowing.
same thing. I was really shocked to see that too. I'm
Mhm.
like, "So it's not gonna hurt us?" Because it certainly would with football.
Oh yeah, football. Fuck, we'd drop out of the top 20 most likely just because. But
Yeah.
yeah, with the basketball, maybe they've earned enough respect. I hope they don't drop too far, and I hope they go. I mean, they got a few tough games left yet before it's all said and done. So we'll see.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you will never believe this, but we actually have another person to add to the screen
Oh boy.
to make this a tripod.
Oh my gosh.
Hi.
There he is.
Welcome.
Hi, kids.
It's the Shadron Cardinal.
Hello. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Nebraska fans of all ages, and welcome to the Five Heart Podcast. My apologies for being late.
I already said that.
I know.
She apologized for you, Greg, but she'll interrupt you later to make up for it.
I feel horrible. I feel horrible that I'm late. I had technical difficulties.
We figured as much. I called it.
She did. She did. And
Thank you for starting without me.
I almost had him too. For some reason, my computer decided to go into the mode where it wanted to do the setup like it was brand new, even though it's 2 years old. So, yeah, so I had to quickly skim through all that. But yeah.
So I know I was watching on YouTube, where you can also check out the show, YouTube, Facebook, and of course X. So yeah, we're talking about Nebraska, Michigan this past Tuesday up at Ann Arbor, and I agree with everything that you all said. It bodes well for Nebraska to play as well as they did minus Rank Mast and Prager, but yeah, it was some home cooking there at the end, but I think they missed their last 9 or 10 shots. Nebraska did. They were definitely starting to force up some ill-advised shots, and I'm going to mispronounce his name, Burka Butengel, whatever. Couldn't buy a bucket there in the first part of the second half. It was closed for him. So I agree with both of you. I know, Minnie, you kind of teed up the question for Fred, but I think it's good to get this loss out of the way so you don't run into a volleyball situation where, you lose your first game when it's, crunch time, when you don't have an opportunity to learn from it and come back. So, let's see what they can put together in the next, few weeks.
We play at Illinois next on Sunday.
No,
That
we
could be
play
tough.
against Illinois. We already played at Illinois.
Oh, we play against Illinois?
Yeah, at home.
Okay. Well, I did read that all the games are sold out at home.
As they should be. I mean,
They
this
should
is a Nebraska team unlike no other in school history. So
I heard the ticket price has gone sky high, though.
as it should be.
Really?
I
For
think so.
basketball, you think?
Why not?
In
Big
Lincoln?
ticket item now, they're winning, Stands
Okay.
to reason.
I'm not going to get on a plane and fly to Omaha and then rent a car and drive to Lincoln and then stay at a hotel to watch the basketball game.
But you also got to remember that the PBA doesn't hold 85,000 or whatever Memorial Stadium holds. It holds 18.
I think it's 18 or just under. I've never been quite clear, but it's good size, but yeah.
Yeah. So, fewer, you get more opportunities because there are more home games, right? I mean, it's not, the 7, I guess 6 technically home games last year for, I don't know, maybe 7, whatever. But there are Nebraska fans, basketball fans, who've been waiting for a season like this their whole lives. So, kind of like Indiana football. I think as they get going, as we get into Big Ten tournament time, I think you're going to see a lot of Nebraska fans following this team to the Big Ten tournament.
Where is it this year?
I'm going to have to Greggle that one. I don't know.
I knew it.
Everything's in Vegas.
It's going to be at Chicago at the United Center, March 10th through the 15th.
Did you?
Mazel tov.
Chaim.
It's not a Thursday night without that music. I love that music. It is a
What's
party.
funny is that it took me less time to Greggle it than it took you to put the graphic up there.
I'm sorry.
So, yeah. So United Center in Chicago in the middle of March.
Nice.
Which is, I know there were some concerns that we might be playing basketball when there's the spring football game.
Yeah, the spring game.
March 28th.
Elite Eight. The Elite Eight. So
I don't think it'll take too much of a chunk out of the spring football game. I really don't. People are hungry for it again. I don't think it'll split loyalties. There's enough people to go around.
I just wish it wasn't so early because I don't want to go where it's cold.
Like, Aaron Rostovsky says, if Nebraska makes it to the round of 32, it'll be huge. Worships Water says, let's be real. If Nebraska makes it to the Elite Eight, that will be huge. It will, they're the only Power Five, I guess, Division One men's basketball program that's never won a tournament game. So yeah, it'll be monstrous. Like, they're rendering photos and scanning them in and preparing what the Fred Hoiberg statue is going to look like for when Nebraska wins that first tournament game. And rightfully so, it should be Fred and Sammy, or Sammy diving for a loose ball. It was great. I sat and watched that game, and my boy, it was a 6:00 tip on Tuesday, and I had told the boys, I said, you go upstairs, do whatever you want to do. I'm going to sit here. I'm going to watch the game. The twins were upstairs. Eventually, my oldest, Garrett, comes downstairs. He's like, they're up there. I'd rather be down here. So he sat in the chair with me, and eventually Matthew and Robert followed down. So by the end of the game, all four of us were in this one chair. It was great with the exception of how the game actually ended. But you can't watch that game as a Nebraska fan and not just think positive about where this team's headed in the next couple of months.
They play so hard. Like, I know I said hard, chat, but they play so hard and fast, and the defense and rebounding and once they get on some hot streaks with their threes, then they went cold near the end, but yeah, it's not like anything I've ever seen, because usually they just kind of slop around, heave up a bunch of threes, and lose ignominiously or close. And this is wild. Yeah, it's awesome to watch. It's fun.
Like I said, being wild, just how our opinions can change. Worships Water says very well. The transfer portal is crazy. I hated Price Sanford last year, and now I love him. He was a damn Iowa Hawkeye last year.
Oh, he was from Iowa? Oh, geez. Wow.
But, a lot of articles, a lot of, commentary on these games are saying, that he used to attend when he was a child. He used to attend camps that Hoiberg would put on in Ames. So they go back a number of years, and he's got a hot hand. I do feel like at times, he forced a few shots on Tuesday, but you're trying to make things happen. You're trying to get the lid off the basket there in the last few minutes. At the end of the day, it was a top 5 matchup, Nebraska's first top 5 matchup ever. I'm excited. I'm pleased with how they played. You can never with a Fred Hoiberg team, you can never question their effort, and I think that those guys left it all on the court.
They really did, and it's also, and John had asked it on his video, and I think we even talked about it last week. Like, is Hoiberg just such a good coach, and he finally got the right people? Because we never hear about Sanford's making this much nil money type of a thing. So I think they just got something cooking down there right now, and it's like an Indiana thing. Hate to make the parallel, but they bought some players, but by and large, they had a scheme and a program and a plan, and it worked. And Signetti, so take a drink, but it's the same thing with football or basketball. I think it's the same deal. He finally has guys buying in, that match what he's doing, and it's on fire, you know.
How long is it taking him though?
7 years. By the way, if I remember correctly, somebody in the chat will be able to inform me if I'm wrong. I think that as the head coach at Nebraska, Fred Hoiberg still has a losing record.
I believe he does.
But what he's put together really since last year, I shouldn't say last year. This is the third straight 20 win season for Fred and for Nebraska. So, it takes time. Rome wasn't built in a day. A winning basketball program in Lincoln, Nebraska was also not built in a day. Patience.
And that's where we could probably, I don't segue yet, but Minnie was talking patience, 7 years. Do we do the same deal with Rule if we keep going 7 and 6 and whatnot? I mean, I purposely, I don't want to start over again. I'd like to see us actually have some stability, but I just am curious if the same level of grace will be given to him if it doesn't quite look the way we all want in the next couple of years.
It won't be. It won't be. I mean, come on.
And I think I talked about that a little last week, and I don't want to necessarily rehash, but the ego of the state is not tied to men's basketball like it is football, and so therefore the patience isn't there for football. I mean, men's basketball was a little more than an afterthought for years, I think. And, certainly there are going to be outliers. I'm sure there are going to be people in the comments be like, hey, I've been here, ride or die since, Doc Sadler or before, and that's perfectly fine. But the identity of the state of Nebraska is not tied to the men's basketball program. It is tied to football.
Well, that's an interesting comment that you would make. If you don't mind me changing subjects, because we have another football team coming. And this girl got offered the first D1 scholarship for flag football in the country. McKenna Cook got offered a quarterback role for Nebraska's 2028 flag football team. Women.
Maybe Dylan can portal to that.
To flag football?
Yeah.
Can you believe this? Matt Rule has talked about women's football since he got here. I think he was really pushing for this. And it is growing. I mean, flag football is growing. I just am amazed that we are the first team to offer, a D1 scholarship to a player. She's I want to say top 28 in the country.
So it begs the question. So she's the first ever Power 4 flag football offer. How many Power 4 teams have women's flag football teams? I mean, I'm just saying, because I'm not regular. So
well, the NCAA
this is like when they gave Dylan the freshman of the year mid-season after 4 games or something in his first year. I'm not knocking her, but I'm just saying I didn't know women's flag football was a thing in NCAA.
They just made it. They just made it a thing a week and a half ago. So now there's going to be more because they made it available for women, and they're pushing for it. In fact, I'm so glad you asked, Fred, because there's a thing going on down here in the Valley of the Sun. Okay.
Oh man, Greg turned into a Jawa.
What do you do?
Greg will get that reference.
What?
I don't know. He just turtled away.
I don't know. We went from talking about 21 men's basketball to very quickly talking about flag football. Not real football.
We're making headlines. Okay. That's all I'm trying to say. And this is actually real football,
Oh,
sort of.
well,
Okay. Are you familiar with this person?
Oh yeah,
Anybody?
definitely. Yeah,
Definitely. What is that?
I'm a wrestling fan. She was one of the Bella twins.
Oh.
I don't
Used
know
to
if
date
she's
John
the one
Cena.
that's normal or the one that's kind of an asshole. I can't remember. There was one that was a jerk.
That was her.
Oh, okay. Eh.
Well, they call her one of the most recognizable women in the WWE.
Who's they?
She, good question, but she was raised right here. And she went to the same high school that my kids are going to. And that's Fred's prom date. Okay.
Yeah.
She is going to be the, I guess, the grand marshal for the Fiesta Bowl is going to be having a women's flag football, like 7-on-7 in April. And there's 8 teams that are coming that are going to be a part of it. And she's the grand marshal of the parade. Kind of fun.
Might be like 50 people there too for that parade.
Hey, who doesn't love a good parade, Fred?
I don't like people. So
Yeah, this is funny. Okay, about McKenna Cook, this is true. She is also a soccer player, and Georgia has already offered her to play for them. They offered her a
that is
scholarship.
difficult. Like Rostovsky says, that's a program that exists and has coaches that she could play soccer right now versus whatever we make this team. I don't know.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it says it's interesting we can offer a girl without having any coaches or staff members for her. So Nebraska is looking to add, or not looking, Nebraska is adding women's varsity flag football 2028.
I don't care. I know this is an unpopular like take, but I think Matt rolls onto something. I think women's flag football is going to be a big sport. I mean, women's soccer. Jeez. If only
So,
you knew how much.
maybe we could have another podcast about the flag football team too. Oh, that'd be sweet. We should do another one.
No. No, I think this is really exciting. Anyways.
It'll be interesting. I mean, it's a couple years away, and like, who do you get to coach that? You know, is there specialty flag football coaches, or bring back Mike Riley because we kind of played flag football when he was here? It is an Olympic sport. This is true.
It's a sanctioned high school sport here in Illinois.
Neat.
Well, I'm just telling you, there are so many girls that play. Okay, I know you guys get sick of me complaining about club soccer, but my life and my money has been devoted to club soccer for probably 15 years, okay? I have been put through it all. Travel teams, losing seasons, thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars out the window just for nothing. You get nothing in return. For your daughter.
Get the joy of watching your child participate in team competition and make friends, forge
That's what it is.
relationships, and hopefully one day they'll reward you with a collegiate scholarship.
You're never going to make any money at it.
You won't. Maybe you won't have to pay for college.
Really? I would rather my kids focus on academics in order to get scholarships than a sport. There's a lot of families that will pull their kids out of school for these tournaments and take the day off. Like, that is more important than I just can't even wrap my brain around it. Like, soccer rules the world for these people.
Is Nebraska strong talking about Hoiberg again? Sure as hell ain't talking about me. I'm locked down. This guy's off the market. ladies and gentlemen. So,
Uh-oh.
suck on it. I'm taken.
Are you off the market, Fred?
I've been
How
off the
long
market
have you been off the market?
26 years.
Wow. Poor
I know.
Marie. Kidding.
Like
I'm
Goldie
kidding.
Hawn and Kurt Russell.
It's so cute.
Wait, which one are you, Goldie Hawn?
Well, sometimes, apparently, you never know. It's 2026, Greg.
Anything's possible. And we have seen you in a wig and something that
the dogs
Husker
are
Chuck
still
says,
scarred for life from that. So yeah,
Husker Chuck says, when we get to basketball, I have some interesting information. Husker Chuck, we've already talked about basketball. We swiftly moved to women's collegiate flag football.
Okay, David Matney, I totally 1,000% agree with this comment. Many of life's lessons are taught. Leave that up there, jerk. Are taught with sports. I totally agree with that. I played high school sports. The sports that they're talking about that they're doing now is nothing like what I used to play. You actually had to work your ass off to get playtime. Now it's like all they really want is money.
Well, yeah,
That's all it
you
is.
did have to work your ass off, and then there's people like Dylan Raiola.
Yeah, well, it's called nepotism.
Whoa.
That's true. There was but it is true. Those sports are great for all that. I've talked many times. I wrestled. I was not a great one, but it taught resiliency and teamwork and a lot of other things that you wouldn't learn if you didn't do it. So
patience and disappointment. Oh wait, that's just me. Husker Chuck says, "My bad for being late. I was watching David Matney's latest video about Omaha."
Oh. I think his latest video said, don't buy in Omaha. I think that's what his latest video was.
That was the title, but it was more of just like what to look out for. And he's done a couple where it's, it talks the negatives, the weather, the taxes, stuff like that. But they're always really good. And he has some good ones on like local places to eat and drink and all that as well. So yeah, check them out.
I'll say this about flag football at Nebraska. I'm just surprised that we are getting that before we are getting women's wrestling, because I know Iowa's added women's wrestling, other schools have, and I believe, I don't live in the state, but I believe that girls high school wrestling is becoming more and more popular. So I'm just shocked that flag football is jumping the line, so to speak.
I think it's because it's a flashier thing. There are tons, like we watch my nephew Ethan wrestle, and there are tons of girls wrestling now. It's crazy. Whole bracket's full. And yeah, I was kind of surprised that they haven't made that effort. Exactly, Rostovsky, because it's a big deal now. I have some friends, their daughters wrestle. They kick ass. It's a big thing, but I think flag football is a flashier thing, and we're a football school, so we're going there first, and hopefully it works out. But yeah.
Minnie, since you put the picture up of Nikki Bella earlier, any thoughts on Nebraska's women's wrestling potential? Now, just so you know, Minnie, because I know you don't follow, the type of wrestling that Nikki Bella participates in is not the freestyle, collegiate, amateur wrestling that we're talking about. I just want to make sure you know.
What kind of wrestling is it, Greg? I'm just curious.
The type of wrestling
How come everyone knows this person but me?
Well, she was in the WWE for a number of years. She dated John Cena for a number of years. They think they were on a reality TV show together.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah. As Rostovsky says, wrestling.
Yep.
Like, are you saying it's fake wrestling? Is that what it is?
Well, that's what Bella was doing. Yeah.
It's predetermined.
Fake.
The injuries are real.
What?
The injuries are real.
Well, I mean,
don't try this at home.
Just ask Sid Vicious.
Well, you can't because he's dead, but yeah, he did break his leg in that one match. I watched that live. Yeah, he died a couple of years ago of cancer.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, he was young, 63, I believe. But yeah, he broke his leg on that nitro. I watched it live.
That's ugly.
It snapped that was horrific.
Mm-hmm. So
Okay,
yeah.
so there's actual injuries because just like dancing, it's choreographed.
Right. Husker Chuck says it's not fake, it is scripted. So
okay. All right.
David, living in Omaha, David Matney, the official realtor of the 5 Heart Podcast, says who died. Maybe you're referring to Owen Hart, who died tragically. Back in 99, I believe.
It was 99. I saw that pay-per-view when it happened. That was very weird. Yeah.
Kemper Arena, Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
Are we still talking about wrestling?
Sounds like it.
Okay.
But the difference, to get back on track somewhat, the wrestling that Bella did was WWE scripted, predetermined. The wrestling that we're talking about would be like what Nebraska wrestling is. You got AJ Ferrari and you got Entrell Taylor and those guys. That's collegiate folk style wrestling or Olympic wrestling. So that's the type of wrestling that's what somebody was saying should, in theory, had jumped the line and been the next Nebraska university sport versus flag football for women.
Okay. Well, here's my thought on
and Baron Conrad was the next Nebraska wrestler. Exactly. He pro wrestler, and then he wrestled for Link. He wrestled at UNL back in the day, and he was an Olympian as well. So, yep.
Nebraska Strong says collegiate wrestling is also predetermined by the refs.
I think he has an axe to grind with the refs. My thoughts on women's flag football versus women's wrestling is I think we should have both.
Well,
get rid of bowling. Get rid of bowling. No offense to any bowlers out there, but if you can drink a beer while doing the sport, is it really a sport?
Do you consider golf a sport?
Theoretically, I could drink a beer and then wrestle as well. And it wouldn't go well, but I could do it.
Theoretically, I could drink a beer and play basketball.
This is true. People drink beer and play softball. That's huge.
But here's the thing: you can't dump women's bowling because women's bowling is historically like a national championship contender. Almost
they kick ass, yeah. And isn't the women's rifle team really good too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So by that logic, like if you're not going to want to give up a competitive contending sport. If you're going to give up something that's not a contender, you might as well just drop football.
Womp womp.
Why would you say that, Greg? This is like my dream come true. I actually hope that by the time my kids get through the same high school that Nikki Bella went to, that they are able to play flag football. I'll go that. Give me flag football club any day of the week over soccer, please. That sounds way more interesting.
I could see that. I can't watch soccer. I'll watch it if Italy's in the World Cup, and that's about as far as it goes. I worked with people there's a team in Omaha, I guess it's decent, like a semi-pro something or other called the Union, but I don't know. They have man buns and they order vegan brats, so they're not like really men. So
Vince Watson asks, what if your girls want to wrestle?
Go for it. I hope one of them's really strong. One of them's really strong. And I know for a fact she could kick some butt. So
do they have awesome. Do the high schools in Arizona have girls wrestling?
I have no idea. I just hope that my daughters start opening up their minds to things other than soccer.
Paint dry, Roger Moore. Paint dry.
Yeah, you guys get it. Soccer sucks.
So, yes, to answer the question, or Minnie, you said you didn't even know if, or Fred, I don't know. The question got asked, does Arizona even have girls high school wrestling? Yes, they do.
Oh, where at? Just out of curiosity. What
I just did a quick Greggle.
Okay. You don't have to look.
Cool, thanks.
I don't think it's going to
Desert
be
Vista? Is that a place in your area?
No.
Okay.
I don't think all I know is I don't think that my kids are going to be signing up to
Valiant Prep?
No.
Okay.
Valiant Prep. That sounds like a hemorrhoid cream that John would use.
Whoa, hey, whoa.
I did see that we have one of the first AI schools. I saw that earlier today on the news.
I don't know what that means, but I already hate it.
I know, right? Kids show up. There's one person at the school. He's basically like the bus driver and the principal.
This is in Arizona?
Yes. And they show up and they're just taught by a computer.
That's basically, I mean, how most of it is anymore anyway since COVID. Get a lesson plan on your tablet and off you go, from what I heard.
It just sounds so bizarre. I would not hope to.
The world we live in now.
I know. But why?
John will figure out a way to AI us away probably another year or so.
I'm sure.
He's smart. Moving on.
Go ahead, Greg. What's up?
I just want to know where you're taking the show next, Minnie.
I knew you were going to do that to me, you jerk. All right, I'll tell you. I'll tell you.
Yeah, anyways, go ahead.
How about this? How about we talk about what's been actually on all of our minds, and we're just talking about other stuff because we got to get out of the way.
I want to talk more about men's basketball, but that's fine.
What are we going to say? What are you going to say?
Husker Chuck had information.
Okay, let's get it.
Yeah, Husker Chuck, come back. What's your info?
No.
Info?
We got to wait for him to load the info and put up.
Okay. Well, in the meantime, can we change it to what we actually want to talk about?
You mean what you want to talk about?
All right. 2026 schedule is finally out. Yes.
It's true.
It's damn true.
Minnie's not going to get that. That's okay. It's over her head, but she's 4.5 feet tall, so everything's over her head. Yes. The 2026 Nebraska football schedule has been released, and we start with 3 home non-conference games before we travel to Michigan State, back home against Maryland, and the national champion Indiana Hoosiers. That's a weird thing to say. Then you go on the road at Oregon, home against Washington. There's a bye week in there between Oregon and Washington. My apologies. Then you're at Illinois, at Rutgers, home against Ohio State, and at Iowa. So once again, November, 1 home game, 3 road games. And yet I'm still predicting. Oh, no, it's a little too early for predictions. It's a little.
No, we're going to actually just kind of mull this over in the 5 Heart podcast way that we always do. Okay. There's already been people chiming in the chat, so we know we got to talk about it. Okay. The first 3 games you said are non-conference games.
That's true.
It's damn
Ohio,
true.
Bowling Green, North Dakota. They're not in the Big Ten Conference.
I know. But are they gimmies? Are they cupcakes? Are they really?
Dude, they sure shit better be.
I hope so.
If they are not, then we have a lot larger problems ahead. Yes.
Okay. Let's just for now, because I'm questioning North Dakota. We've gotten a few players from North Dakota in the past. That's why I'm thinking,
Don't be careful not to conflate North Dakota and North Dakota State.
Okay. I didn't know there's a difference.
Oh.
I literally didn't. Okay. There's a difference?
Yes, they are 2 distinct schools. North Dakota State is the FCS powerhouse. North Dakota is not.
Oh, okay. Well, then,
North Dakota State has a number of national championships at the FCS level over the course of the last 10 or 15 years. So,
okay. Well, now that we got that clarified, and the Ohio, we know, is not Ohio State.
It's true. That's later in the schedule.
And Bowling Green is actually not Bowling Green.
And it's not their bowling team either. So,
Lord.
That's how sports work, Minnie.
What do you mean it's not actually Bowling Green?
Didn't you say they're somewhere like in Ohio?
I thought they're in Kentucky.
No, Bowling Green is in Ohio.
Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's immaterial. We should. I don't know why we're worried about it. We will win those first 3 games. If we don't,
we got 3. We got 3.
We don't, then North Dakota is rules Georgia Southern.
Ooh.
Because I saw somebody said if we lose one of those, then what? But anyway, yeah. Anyway, semantics side, we win those first 3 without a doubt.
Okay, so 3 down. 3 up, 3 down. I love the feeling of that. We go in to our conference schedule really strong. Okay. There's going to be teams that don't. Okay. Not us.
Because there's going to be teams that schedule better out of conference competition.
Okay.
We went into the Big Ten conference strong too by beating our, Cincinnati and then 2 teams I can't even remember, but
Akron and Houston Christian. You put respect on their names, damn it.
Nope.
Okay, fine. Whatever. Hey, not my problem. Not my circus, not my monkey.
Okay. So then next we go to Michigan State. And they gave us quite a fight last year. But we beat them. And this year, they have a different head coach. They've added more money into their NIL budget. So, how does that game look for us?
Well, let me tell you, there were some quote unquote, not trades, but some changing of special teams players in the offseason in the transfer portal as we acquired Michigan State's long snapper. Yeah. But they got Kenneth Williams, so.
Oh.
So when we long snap, our punter will punt to or no, he's more of a kick returner, I guess. But, well, who knows what Fitzgerald will do. Might put him in a purge mask for all we know.
He's been waiting on the sidelines, waiting for his time to come back to college football. He's armed and ready.
No, that's tough. That's a game that isn't a gimme because he could turn them around quickly, I think, just because of the way he does things. I don't love the guy. I think he's the greatest thing ever, but he's made more out of less for a long time. So that's a concern, that game, just because of him. If it was the same dude that had this year, that Smith, I would be 80% we win. I'm a lot less, not a lot less, but a little less certain on Michigan State now because of Fitzgerald.
I think with Pat Fitzgerald on the sideline and better resources, better crop of talent than he had in Northwestern, it's only a matter of time until Michigan State starts routinely beating Michigan.
Yeah, that's
a
tough one.
Did you see, speaking of Michigan State, that Mel Tucker won his court hearing?
How did he do that? Did he crush coal into diamonds with his right hand?
You know what happened? I
feel like did he crush pills and put them in somebody's drink?
I feel like the attorneys are so good these days, even if the evidence shows, okay, this is clearly mistaking, like you made a mistake, they can still get them. No pun intended, they can still get them off.
No pun intended, indeed. My God.
I'm just saying, because we were talking about Mel Tucker here.
Well, he didn't get anybody else off. I think it was more,
Yeah.
self-directed, as we would say.
What are we doing?
I have
don't
no
know.
idea.
This is what happens in the off season, and we got backward hat Matt on our screen, and we're only up to Michigan State, for God's sakes.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so I have Michigan State in my heart of hearts right now. I have them still as a W.
Okay.
I think we're going in strong. I think we're going to just come out like blasting in all cylinders.
Like Mel Tucker on a phone call.
Yes.
Moving on to Maryland. What do we think about Maryland?
Thank you, Fred.
Okay. Well, I mean, I thought that Maryland's coach, Mike Loxley, okay. I know he recruits well, and I know they put players into the NFL. However, the team that they put out there on Saturdays doesn't seem like a very disciplined team. Even though they gave us a run for our money because we just kind of sucked at everything last year.
I feel like 3 interceptions too. That didn't help. I think one was pick 6. I don't know.
That's true. But I just feel like, they won't fire him, and they keep just sticking with him. They said they were going to put more money towards NIL, that they were going to kind of help revamp their program with more money. And yet I didn't see them really spending a whole lot of money in their transfer portal acquisitions. So
I think they kept that good quarterback, right? Because I think we would have heard a lot about it if he left.
yeah, he is good.
I mean,
They're a freshman.
Yeah,
What's his name? Malik?
Yeah, Malik Washington, wasn't it?
Washington, yes.
Yeah. I mean, not to jump the line, but if I just look at this really quickly, I feel like it should be 5-0, but then that's tailor-made for what we've done the last few years. We start fast. Then what happens those next 3?
Peter out.
Exactly. And then you run into, and Greg said Peter, but then we run into at Illinois. That's a tough physical team that plays usually smart football. That's our kryptonite.
Hey, you skipped a couple games.
I'm just saying. I'm just throwing it out there. And then at Rutgers win, Ohio State probably lose to Iowa. So I have it at 6-6. But we can go back to the in-depth. I mean, if you want to talk about our chances versus Indiana and Oregon, yeah.
It looks like, I bet you anything, you think we're Michigan State's homecoming game?
I don't know. I don't know what the rest of their schedule looks like.
Well, the timing in the schedule
seems a little early.
I bet we're Michigan, because last year I think we were 3 teams homecoming games. And I bet you anything we are definitely Oregon's.
I feel like homecoming gets into the October-ish time, and
sometimes it's late September.
Yeah, I don't know. And then Oregon, I mean, gosh, Dylan will be there, and he'll be jumping up and down on the sidelines, rooting for his team, and wait to see his fat ass in their highlighter colors and headbands.
Oh my gosh.
6 different, he'll probably wardrobe change like 6 times during the game because he's all about the swag. But yeah. Oh God, I hope they don't do any of that. But I bet they will. They'll probably take one of those shittier games and push it. Because the dates aren't all set in stone, right? Or are they?
They can be changed.
Okay.
Rostovsky says, which game's getting flexed to Friday? Is it the Maryland game? I'd be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised if it's Illinois, because they have a history of playing Nebraska, Illinois on Friday nights. I think the last 2 times and maybe 3 of the last 4 meetings were on Fridays. So something about that. I don't like Friday night college football games. I don't think any of us do. So
no, not a fan.
No.
Do we even want to talk about Indiana?
Sure. What do you want to talk about them?
I'm fine with it.
Well, okay, it's a home game. They have
defending national champion.
the last time Indiana. Well, I don't know if this is actually true, but I went to a Nebraska-Indiana game in Lincoln a few years ago, and I stayed at the same hotel that Indiana's team stayed at. And when it was like a Friday night, when I got down off, the elevator and started walking around Lincoln, I ran into like all the guys. We like walked out together, and they are the nicest. They were the nicest kids I've ever met. And I wish them luck. Of course, we beat their butts. But that's the team I hope shows up next year, next season. I don't think it's going to be the same.
So, yeah, not to be the Debbie Downer, and I know they lost 5 starters, but a lot of people lose their starters. They're reloading in other spots already. People say that portal changes things and all that, but you just look at those two there. Indiana is still going to be what they are for the most part. Oregon's still always Oregon, and you jump down to Ohio State and Iowa, they're always going to be what they are. So if we are what we usually are, there you go. That's 4 losses. That's just me. I didn't mean to throw water on you, Minnie. Please continue.
Okay, so in my mind, at this point, we're 5-1. Greg?
Yes.
Where are you?
I'm in Southern Illinois in my basement.
6-0, as usual.
It's not August yet. We're getting ahead of ourselves.
Okay, for now.
We don't even know what our roster is going to look like in August.
Just for now, Greg. Hypothetically, come on, play along.
Why are we doing this? This is the way too early season predictions.
You can't ever say we're going to lose. That's why. You can't ever. I bet you can't even say it in August.
No, I never say it.
You freak. What is wrong with you? We're going to get beat up.
Greg's a freak because he won't predict the scores. This is what I signed up for, ladies and gentlemen. This is why I'm here.
I'm a freak because I'm not going to say Nebraska's going to lose.
You're with the program. Freak. Andrew knows. He says Indiana is going to mollywop us.
No. Zero faith. Zero faith. No. Shame on all of you. Shame on all of you.
Shame
You're
on
talking
you.
About a game that's not going to be played for 9 months. 9 months.
Did you see what happened?
What?
In the last 3 games of the season?
Yeah.
4 games. Excuse me, 4 games.
You know what? I'm right here. Me and my birthday buddy, Pitt. I'm with Greg. We got an entire offseason to get our poop in a group. We play the games for a reason.
Okay.
Revenue. Yep.
I am not at all going to sit here in January and say, yeah, no, I think that one's a loss. You're not going to get me to say it in August. You're not going to get me to say it the Thursday before the game. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to say Nebraska is going to lose. I'm not going to predict a Nebraska loss. It's not who I am. It's not in my DNA. I don't care if I sound stupid. I'd rather be stupid and still just not bet on my team to lose. There you go.
Okay. Can I ask you just one question? One question.
You just did. The answer is no. What's your question?
Okay. Who is a better coach, Kurt Signetti or Matt Rule, in your mind?
Oh, good Lord.
I'm sorry. Is this an Indiana Hoosiers podcast?
No, I'm just saying, like.
Yeah, Greg, we portaled to Bloomington, and
gosh dang.
We're going to go NWO on you and beat you down and tie you on your back.
I'm not in love with Indiana myself, but you have to admit there's something really special. Like he discovered the secret sauce.
Yeah, and like 60 years seniors.
No. you're familiar with Raising Cane's. I know you're not a fan. It's
Yeah.
chicken tenders. It's
Bland
fried
ass,
chicken.
non-flavored chicken.
What makes Raising Cane's so special is their sauce. Everyone loves their sauce.
It's okay.
Kurt
I love
Signetti
their sauce.
discovered.
Give me good barbecue sauce.
You're a freak too. Kurt Signetti discovered the Raising Cane sauce. Okay. No, it's not awful. You can drink that stuff. It's fantastic.
Says
And
the
no-
person who drinks Walgreens discount wine and White Claw.
Mhm.
Just saying.
Okay.
I'm having a delightful barrel-aged Snow Beast, by the way, from Kincaidor. 9% alcohol. So see how this goes.
Look at this. I would bathe in cane sauce. I think I might too. Yeah.
Y'all are wrong. Yeah. Kurt Signetti won. Indiana won. Okay. Better them than Miami, but you're still not going to see me here in January, in July, in August, or in October say that Indiana's going to beat Nebraska.
Okay.
I'm not going to do it. I'm too
Enthusiastic,
delusional.
right?
Somebody said I'm too much of a homer. I got too much Husker in my heart to ever root against Nebraska, period.
Okay.
Man, so now it's like the worm has really turned because Greg never says we will lose a game. Minnie's been the sunshine pumper, but now she's more of a realist like me. This is interesting.
Dangerous territory, man. I don't think
This is strange. I don't know if I like this actually. I think I need an adult. Yeah.
I do like Matt Rule pushing women's flag football, though. I will say that.
Well, maybe that's where he needs to be coaching then. I don't know.
With his backwards hat?
Yeah. I don't want to damn. I mean, like I don't need my head football coach trying to pretend to be somebody he's not.
Okay.
That's the problem with a lot of it. And it goes back to last year and other years where we've had, this is an aside, but fixation on special uniforms and different things. And we're wearing all black. And some of that stuff, like I said many months ago, is gimmickry. It's things that the other teams used to have to do to get excited to beat Nebraska when we were good. And when you have to say, well, we're wearing black and that makes us tough, you're not tough. And he's still got to find himself. I don't know what happened. I think he got rattled midway through his second season and he's kind of gone micromanager mode. And now we are struggling as a program to find our identity, what it is. And hopefully this latest crop of coaches can help build a foundation. But Carricker said it, you can't stack if you keep taking blocks out. And we gotta figure it out. It's just going to be a tough year and I'm fine with it. And I don't expect something awesome. So I'm like, okay, let's just build this year, get better and see what happens after. This is a mulligan season.
Rostovsky says, why root for a coach to fail? I'm not.
Exactly.
I want Matt Rule to succeed here. I want Nebraska to return to prominence, to a level of football that precedes my fandom, and certainly Minnie's fandom. And Fred, you call it gimmick. I call it gimmicks too. Aaron disagrees. It's
fun to have fun, but if it's they're talking about it incessantly, then it's a problem,
And again, it's all in the
I'll
context.
be right back, guys. I have to turn the heat up. It's cold in here.
Is it merely a distraction? Is it lipstick on a pig? Is it polishing a turd? It's and look, damn it, Matt Rule, if you're gonna wear a backwards hat, at least line it up and center it up right. Like that that crooked thing that you got on your head in this picture, I want to take the picture down, but we can't because we need it for reference for the schedule. But it's driving me nuts. Like, it's affecting my OCD in ways that it ought not.
He looks like I don't know, like a disheveled soccer dad, like after a bender or something. He looks sloppy. He looks sloppy, like our team. Just not saying he has to come out in a suit, but it just kind of looks like a hot mess going on over there.
Let's see. Nebraska Strong GBR says, even our great coach Tom Osborne said that Coach Signetti may be the best coach of all time to take a 2-10 team to the playoffs in year 1 and win a national championship in year 2 or in 2 years. So
that's right. I believe that 100% because I can't remember what year it was. Maybe it was like 2019 when they came and we played them. But I remember thinking, and I was a newer fan, like, I didn't study so much of what's going on in the Big Ten Conference. But even I knew that we were going to win against Indiana at that time. They just didn't have their act together as a football team. Now they do. Now they're serious contender. Yep. They beat Ohio State.
I mean, and everybody Oregon. Else.
Yes, they beat everybody.
Hey, Minnie, can you read this comment?
Real turf coming. First time since 69. Okay.
What year is that? Is that going to be 2027?
I don't know.
I thought they were going to grass.
Yeah, I thought they were too, like real grass. I think that's what he means. Yeah, I don't know. I thought we were going to real grass at some point, but
I think Husker Chuck was just wanting Minnie to say certain numbers. Husker Chuck's shameful.
Yeah, Husker Chuck, you have the sense of humor of an 8th grader. What's wrong with you?
Yeah. Don't you know your audience?
Yeah, geez. Better.
All right. So moving on from Indiana, and then we go Oregon. To Autzen, to Oregon. Minnie, you want to give us your dose of reality?
Ooh,
I don't.
I'm gonna go back and drink for this. I can't wait.
What? What are you doing?
I just want to hear your take. What'll happen in the Oregon game? What do you think?
Okay. I'm not really sure what's going to happen. They had a quarterback that could have declared for the NFL draft. Mm-hmm. He did not. They're wanting to gear up for something big. They've always wanted that, though. Can they make it? Can they get there? They can lose to a not very good team. Could be us. Could be our turn. Who knows? For that, I'm going to say it's luck of the draw.
Not luck of the Irish.
Mm.
You're welcome, everybody. You're welcome.
That was unexpected.
Made everybody giggle. That's what I do here in the 5 Heart Podcast. I'm entertainment.
Wouldn't it be something if the starter got hurt and Dylan didn't redshirt and he had to play against us? That would be something. But
43 sacks in the game.
Kid, so I don't know if he supplants him.
Let's see. Roger Moore says Oregon's having Runza on their sideline.
Yeah, Dylan has the consistency of a Runza. He's kind of big and soft, so I could see that.
Like sweats out Runza juice or something.
He probably has them take the cabbage out because it's too healthy.
Matt says the coaching changes matter. We've had a lot. We've had a whole heck of a lot. But it's been mainly on defense. We are set offensive wise. We're all questioning what's going on with defense, I think.
Respectfully, we are on our second offensive coordinator, because Holgerson took that job, towards the tail end of the 24 season. We're on our second wide receivers coach, our second offensive line coach. I think there's been a tremendous amount of turnover on both sides of the ball. I hope that you're right. I hope that the offensive side is. I hope both sides are set. The players on defense are now on their third defensive coordinator in the Matt Rule era, and that's tough. They need consistency. I think it was Andrew Curtis who said, Hoiberg didn't have a good team till year 6, which was last year. The jury is still out on if Matt Rule is the guy. But they need consistency at the coaching position. So all we can do is hope and pray, if that's your thing, that the coaching staff is what it needs to be to get Nebraska back to where they want to be, where we certainly want them to be. Yeah. It's gonna take time. I hope I'm not coming across as impatient. I've been taught the error of my ways through this good group of I don't know, Holger maniacs, or I don't know what the hell we're calling them nowadays, Jeepers Creepers, whatever it may be. It's okay to be supportive and also not questioning or skeptical, but critical. That's the word I'm looking for.
Critical is good.
I want some consistency from the coaching, which will lead to consistency from the playing, which will hopefully lead to more wins. So,
exactly. If the offensive line just plays well, that it'll be a mini Eckler, not mini, but a small Ecklerization of the offense, because that could win us games, whereas a couple of years ago, our special teams cost us games. We got Eckler, fixed that, didn't cost us games. And that's kind of the thing that I struggle with still, because we're still, lack of a better term, plugging holes, fix special teams.
What did you just say?
Make a graphic for it next week, maybe. But
Okay.
yeah, it's like, I don't know. It just seems like one thing is fixed and another one we start over again. And we got to get consistency. And yeah, it's like somebody else said, the fire everybody thing. Fuck off. It is true. I don't want that. I want to see this guy succeed with the people and the players that we have. And Andrew Curtis. Yeah, that's what I do, Rostovsky. That's why they have me here. I plugged a hole in the tripod, but yeah.
I'm uncomfortable with how you phrase that, sir.
Hey, told you it's 9%. What do you want from me? But I don't want to start over. And I know earlier on, the Husker Strong guy that kind of gets all angry was like 6-6, 7-5. If you want mediocrity, I don't. But I want consistency, and we can't get it if next year is 6-6 and they pull the plug, then we start again. And it's a new staff and new stuff and new players, and people are going to portal because it's at some point you got to break the cycle. But again, the football team is our identity, like Greg said. So got to have results and got to get them. And that's their job, and that's why they make millions.
Mm-hmm.
Whack-a-mole, exactly.
Okay.
Whack-a-mole, plug a hole.
So
let's call the whole thing off.
Probably an L. Then we go. Actually, we have Washington coming.
Bye week. Washington also has a bye week.
Ooh.
We suck coming out of bye weeks, though. It's like
we have
our kryptonite. So
now that's going to be on Halloween. So if there's another blackout, look for it on the Washington game.
It will be. They're planning on that happening.
All right.
I mean, they haven't officially said anything, but they said that they want to do it. Well, Troy Dannon said they want to do it every year.
And the crowd went mild. I mean, I know a lot of people like it, and it looked super cool, and Minnie was there and all that, but I don't know, just play football, and it doesn't matter what you fucking wear. Like, just do it. Get the job done.
I got to tell you, do I feel tougher? Do I feel tougher in red or black? No, I feel tougher in red, I have to say. Black does nothing for me at all. So just get over it.
It's slimming for me, so that's
why it's supposed to be slimming.
I look like a tomato if I wear red.
I feel like black is just not. I don't know. It's not creative. Do something else. Red, I love. Just embrace it. Jeez
Louise.
Okay.
I embrace winning and success. That's what I embrace. So
Washington is coming.
Andrew Curtis enjoyed the blackout. It's for recruiting, but it looks a lot better with more points than the other team at the end. That's a fact.
Womp, womp, womp. Exactly. Win. Anyways, back to Washington.
Deadfish. He's the head coach. I think it's his 3rd season now. And
he commanded Jetfish.
Yeah, he is actually a really good coach. He's been great. What happened? Why are you so big?
I don't know what happened.
No. That's what you said.
Do?
I'm trying to move things around because Husker Chuck says, who decided to put Minnie in the bottom? And I'm trying to move myself around.
You could throw me in the bottom box. I don't care. I'm just,
There we go. That's what the people want.
So, thank you. Washington.
How many years has that fish guy been there? This is 3rd year?
3rd season. I just said that.
Okay, sorry.
Like you don't listen to me.
Well,
just like
Greg blew up the screen. It threw me off. But so he's been there for 3 years. He took over a good team and a good program. But it seems like they got their shit together. So that's what gives me pause about saying that the Washington game would be a W. I know Greg says we can't pick who we want to win or whatnot, but I don't know. That's a tough one. But maybe we get the Halloween magic. It could be one of those two.
Do whatever the hell you want.
Game.
Nobody listens to me anyway.
Okay.
What?
I said do whatever you want. Nobody listens to me anyway.
I didn't catch that last.
All right.
Twice.
I have it as an L. I just don't think Washington has their act together. We're still working on it. Yeah. Greg, I'm sorry. That's the truth. They have their act together.
Okay.
Go ahead. Okay.
I'm just sitting this part out. Y'all realize that.
Let's move the other way because I can make Beelam the fat jokes for a good 3 minutes. That'll keep us occupied. Then we can finish this thing.
Okay. Then we go to Illinois. No, I'm not an Iowa fan at all. I promise. At Illinois.
That's a game where if we look at it, it's kind of tailor-made bad for us because historically we've had that November swoon. Illinois is a tough team. Everybody's beat up by November, but they're beat up. We're beat up. We'll be beat up. We'll have God knows what we'll have for an offense. People will be hurt, but that just feels like a game that's tailor-made loss because they play just that basic Burt Bielema beat 'em up football, and we struggle when we play against that.
I don't know what happened to them last season. They started off great, then they went off the rails. They were supposed to be a pretty good team.
No, Bielema ate the training table like midway through, and they
is that what happened?
Left for the players, and it was just
then they bounced back and they beat Tennessee in a bowl game. So
yeah, I forgot about that, Greg. Good point.
Well,
it's like They get their act together when we don't want them to. And I'm pretty sure they'll get their act together for us.
Like Husker Chuck says, they were, I think,
That's
undefeated
true.
going against Indiana. Indiana did womp the shit out of them.
They put like 60 on them or something, right?
It was bad.
Yeah,
They hurt them bad. That actually was such an enjoyable game to watch.
They had to put all the buffets in Champaign, Illinois on alert after that for Bert because he was just so distraught. But yeah, that was like, you historically don't see that happen to a Bielema team. So it's like, it's kind of like Indiana was the board just rolling in there. And we are better than the SEC. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Woohoo! Let's all do it. Come on, Fred. Woohoo!
Oh, yeah. Woohoo. Sorry, I was reading this. Somebody said Bert was bloated, and I said, well, when wasn't he? But
okay, so do we have this as a W or an L?
Greg's sitting it out. I have it as an L. Illinois. I know. I'm sorry. Not really, but I struggle. What do you have, Minnie? Come on. Karnak, the Minnie.
I'm teetering. I'm on the fence.
She's on the brink.
I'm on the fence.
Greg, bring her back to the good side.
Come on, Minnie. Minnie.
You call her like she's a dog.
That was so wrong. That's just wrong.
Hey, Minnie, I say go. You say Big Red. Go.
Okay, come on. All right. I'm going to say it's a W for us. Go with that. Okay.
Suck it, Fred.
W.
I will. My 8%, 9% beer. I'll suck it right down. I'm enjoying it.
Too much information, friend.
Then we go to Rutgers.
I'm here, so you know.
We go to Rutgers with Greg Schiano, who's been coaching there forever and a day, even though he took a little hiatus.
There's no way that they can stay competitive based on how much the athletic department is losing year over year.
True.
Yeah, they're a mash unit financially and team wise. They will always have. They're kind of like Maryland's got money now, I guess, but they're to me and I love them because they brought them at the same time, but they're just. I don't say they're a garbage program, but there's not a lot going on there.
Poverty.
We should win that. They have a couple playmakers here and there, but we should win that easily. Well, we'll fuck it up. We'll make it hard, but we will win.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, we'll go with that. A W. And then
wait a minute. Hold on. Time out.
Whoa, what?
Rascal just jinxed us.
What do you say?
Rutgers is the only team in the Big Ten we haven't never lost to. Work it down.
Why you do it? That's like a Monday Night Football jinx. He's never missed a field goal outside of 45 yards in 6 seasons, and then they miss it. Damn it.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Nebraska.
Boo.
Okay. It's still a W. It's still a W. And then we have Ohio State. Which, okay, here's what I know about Ohio State for next season, because I've done a little recognizance, little spy game. They have a tough.
Write that down, Manny.
Yes, they have a tough schedule next season. Okay.
Until the 21st of November, but yeah.
Okay, but let's pretend that they're beat up and they're on their 4th string for all their offensive line.
And the rest of their team gets full-blown space aids, and they'd still find a way to beat us. So, yeah. Sorry, Greg. I didn't know that would scratch your itch, but yeah.
Space aids. I wasn't prepared for space aids.
Well, neither is Ohio State, and that's why we beat them, apparently, according to Minnie. So,
I thought you were going to say they all came down with the herpa hepa hiv or something, but space aids. I wasn't prepared for space aids.
No, nobody is.
It's true. That's why there's no cure for space aids.
No.
There's actually very little awareness.
Yeah. Even Ryan Day's hair dye cannot cure space AIDS. It's just it's too virulent, as it were. But I mean, I know Greg's
It can
abstaining,
happen.
but like I said earlier on, they're always going to be the same. They lost Jim Knowles. They lost some other guys. Well, Chip Kelly, and he's marginal, but they lost people and they still continued on and did well. You know, they have a foundation of bedrock. And so, yeah, that's a tough nut to crack. No pun
Called
intended.
money.
But
That's
development,
what it's
coaching,
called
other
money.
than play Michigan, you know,
You
it's
say
like
it's a tough buck nut to crack.
it really is. They're poisonous, I hear. Maybe that cures space AIDS. Buckeye nuts. Who knows?
Okay. Well, let's just pretend that this space AIDS doesn't actually happen to Ohio State, okay? And we might lose. Okay? Is that fair?
More than fair.
All right. Lastly, we have the team that we hate to hate.
I don't hate to hate them. I enjoy hating them.
Do you
That's
actually enjoy it, or are you annoyed by hating them? Are you annoyed that they're on our schedule last every single year?
I'm actually the outlier, and I said this a long time ago. I don't like them, but I don't have this bloodthirsty hate for them because they're too boring to hate. They're too dull to hate. It's like hating the kid that they let shoot the 3 at the end of the game just to do it. You know, like it's Iowa. I get frustrated that they always beat us and they always take us, you know, but it's Iowa. It's the most boring rivalry I've ever been a part of. Like, seriously. Youngstown State. But back to the game. I mean, I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts?
I'm just surprised that Kirk Ferentz is still coaching. He's 70. When is he going to leave?
Probably when he dies. I don't know. How long's his contract? I think it'll be a thing where when his contract finally gets to the end, they might just be like, okay, this is it. And he acquiesces and backs out and retires. But I don't know when that contract ends.
All I know is when your grandchildren are old enough to coach, to take over your job, you should probably leave.
He's under contract through the end of the 2029 season.
That's incredible.
That's when it'll end then. I don't think they'll waiver unless something either scandalous or they have a ridiculously bad season. But last year they were in some Jesus. Wow. That's wrong on a couple of levels, and I absolutely love it, Vince Watson.
Oh, that is so funny. Okay.
This is a good one, Husker Chuck. Husker Chuck says Ferris's great grandfather was Dracula. He may be here a while.
Yeah, he drinks baby seal tears, I hear. So, yeah.
All right. Realistically, they had to start over again with a new quarterback. Can they be the Iowa team that shows up every year? I don't think so. I'm going to go with a W for the Huskers. I think it's our time.
But it doesn't matter. I watched a couple of Iowa podcasts actually, which, you know.
Oh my gosh. Don't drink that Kool-Aid. That is disgusting.
No, not at all. But they complained just like we do. And they were complaining that they didn't go after anybody in the portal. And I don't believe they did. And they're content to go with what they have. But they're content to go with what they have because they got the good offensive line. They have a scheme that protects it. Yeah, Tiger Shark. I actually found a couple of them. It's hard to find. It's on CompuServe, like through a ColecoVision. It's a whole thing, and then you got to fax it in and out. It's a mess. They're way behind the times, but the fans were dismayed that they didn't try and get anybody else, like pull somebody from the portal, but then it was the same thing. Like, well, they're content because their system will allow whatever they have to work. And it's kind of a scary thing, really, because they can still subsist off of that. A guy that just kind of does, like, is the Gronowski kid gone then, I guess?
Yes.
Okay. So, yeah.
I do think that if we get to 8-4, especially with this particular schedule, that will be a W in all of our little Husker minds.
It's true. No, that'd be great. That'd be phenomenal. And that would show actual, like, I don't know, coaching acumen on the part of Rule and his staff. Like, they could outcoach people and get things done. Yeah, that'd be huge, as the people say, if we could do that. I don't see it happening, but 7 wins would be great considering what we have. But yeah,
we know we have 3 for sure.
Yeah.
So just a few moments ago, Husker Chuck says, if we play Cincinnati in a bowl game next season, we'll have played all the Ohio schools because we have Ohio State, Cincy, Bowling Green. Not quite all of them. Somebody mentioned Akron, which we played last season, but there's also Toledo, the University of Miami, Ohio Red Hawks, Kent State as well.
The Golden Flashes.
What's that?
The Golden Flashes, I believe.
Yes, the Kent State.
Not to be confused with Scott Frost, but yes, Golden Flashes.
Great bit of trivia there. And then Husker Truck also says Washington, Illinois, and Iowa are the difference between 6-6 and 9-3. What's your take? Your response to that? We'll start with you, Fred.
Yeah, indeed. Those are the ones. Like, those are the ones that are at least slightly close. They're not to me, the absolutes are the Indiana, the Ohio State, the Oregon. Those are the ones that if we could steal some in there, we have a better record.
Minnie?
Okay, I know I'm going to sound like Greg a little bit, but no team is known until we get closer to the season. We know.
Well, why the hell did we just spend the last hour going game by game over the whole damn thing?
It's if we played now, okay? Now. We could look really, really, really good in the spring game and be like, oh my gosh, we had no idea. Matt Rule actually knows what he's doing.
Even we can't fuck up the spring game. Well, last year we did, but Pitt, exactly what the fuck are we doing? Yeah.
We're just saying.
Say this.
No. 12-0. 12-0.
There are 4 lights. Say it, Minnie.
Huh?
Yeah, never mind. It's
Yeah, we could have spent this whole time talking basketball.
We could have, but I would not have been as much fun. I'm no good at basketball, so.
Brasco Rascal wants to know, or I should say, states that Big Ten Media Days is back in Chicago this year.
Whoa, I'm surprised.
Whoa. Yep.
Maybe I'll go.
Roger Moore says reset, reboot, re-Husker.
It's not a reboot, Roger. Gosh. Don't make Matt turn his hat around again.
It's a return of the Jedi.
Shit. Yeah.
You're welcome.
The return of mediocrity.
Rostowski just got his credentials for the second weekend of baseball at Ranger Stadium. So,
ooh, yay.
And Sunday is the biggest day in Nebraska basketball history, and nobody wants to talk about it.
We did. We talked about it. We did.
Why is it?
We're playing against Illinois.
Sorry. I zoned out. Forgot about basketball for a minute.
You know what? Shameful.
I am shameful.
All right. In an effort to be respectful of your times, everybody. We're last comment here of the night. Then we're gonna wrap this show up. From Never Mind Me, says Greg, Minnie, and Fred, can y'all have a drink for my 39th year around the sun tomorrow?
I've already started, never mind me, and I will continue on tomorrow. I'm getting pizza and beer around lunchtime, so yeah.
Minnie, is that White Claw in there?
No, this is not. This is Gatorade, but I will still drink to you, Mr. Never Mind Me.
Drinks Gatorade at 9 o'clock at night.
Well,
you have to sing.
I've had a long day. I've been up since 6 a.m.
Yeah, okay.
Minnie, you have to sing happy birthday to him also.
Okay.
Happy birthday, Mr. President.
No.
You actually wouldn't like me if I sang happy birthday to you.
Just do it.
Greg, you can do it. I can't.
You are contractually obligated.
I don't have auto-tune. You don't want me to sing.
You are contractually obligated to sing happy birthday
actually,
anytime somebody asks for a birthday toast.
I'm not. No.
You are.
Cheers. Happy
together.
birthday. 39th birthday to you. Never mind me.
I'm disappointed, but what else is new?
Oh my gosh.
Cilantro.
Happy 39th. Never mind me. Sorry that Greg's disappointed and Minnie won't sing. I tried.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Husker fans of all ages, that'll do it for this episode of the Five Heart Podcast. We look forward to reconvening next week to hopefully talk about more Nebraska men's basketball success, more off-season football banter. I'm excited because there's a good chance that we're going to break down next season's games again, except in February.
What?
The thing we did today, and then Minnie said, well, it's tough to say because, you know, the games are so far away. But we sure did spend a whole lot of time doing it. So, a great time.
I found it enjoyable and therapeutic. I'm sorry.
I found it personally riveting and can't wait for more, which is how we're going to spend the off season by beating the horse that's already dead.
Over and over again until it's dust.
Yes.
Then we pour water on it and rehydrate it. Then we beat it to death again.
Who doesn't like a dead, rehydrated horse?
Disney, I think, from everything I've seen. But otherwise, that's a whole other topic for another show.
Oh, my gosh.
For my esteemed friends, for the face that runs the place, Minnie Hunt, for the newest acquisition to Thursday nights, Fred Sacco. I am Greg Mahochko. This is the Five Heart Podcast. We remind you each and every week that Five Heart is all the heart you need. Minnie?
And go Big Red.
I will work on a closing for next week. And yeah, I got nothing.
Go Big Red. Go Big Red.
Go Big Red.
There you go.